Faster! Oh! Watch out for the hole! If he breaks his leg, we're gonna have to put him down and we gotta get another old guy to pull
It's
him.
not harder than we think. I know. I've done it.
Just make sure, y'all make sure the old guy gets out and then pulls the rest of you guys.
If he breaks his leg, we're gonna have to put him down. I'm gonna have to find another old guy to pull us. It'll be very hard, very awkward. There's not a lot of old guys who pull you in the Bahamas.
Well, the
You
water's
gotta find another 73-year-old guy to do this for you.
the water's getting deeper over there. See it?
I deserve that.
So supposedly this is a trailhead. I don't know where it's going, but it's very well marked. Honeymoon Trail. Okay, so let's go. Previously on Sailing Wind Therapy, we had a visit with our friends Mike and Pam and spent this day on Cambridge Key in the Exuma Land and Sea Park.
Today we'll see how far I can raise the beam by hand.
There's something so cool about turning to look behind you and seeing that right behind you. That's a gorgeous boat. Holy cow.
We're going to a place called Rocky Dundas Caves. What it is, I don't know, but I think it's gonna be cool. Adrian stayed home on the boat, so I have Alan and Nola as my Uber drivers.
This is an Uber Premium right here.
And here it is. Uber Premium, yes.
We're outside the park, so Jeff's gonna try his hand at spearfishing. No luck yet.
It's an absolutely beautiful reef. I saw one little small grouper. So I'm gonna find his mama, and that's all. I found a bunch of those other fish with the big, with the giant eye,
Okay.
which there might be
They're
snapper.
snapper.
What?
They were snapper, I thought.
With the giant eyes? I don't think so.
The giant eye on the back or the
No,
big?
in the front, like his eye was
We have
giant.
to go look.
Yeah.
I'm not good at identifying fish.
This is a beautiful reef. Holy shit. It's gorgeous.
A lot of stuff down there, huh?
Yeah.
What a day. So we had engine trouble this morning. Tried for 2 hours in the rain to fix it. Finally got that taken care of. I'll explain more about that later. and motored on up here to Warderick Wells. When we got here at the entrance to the mooring field, the portside engine quit. Couldn't figure out why. I checked the lines, everything that I had fixed earlier was fine. Jeff started the engine again. As soon as he put it into gear, quit again. Did it one more time. I'm like, okay, something is seriously wrong. We decided, all right, we're gonna pick up a mooring ball with one engine. Never did that before. And this mooring field, I've shown you before, it's very, very narrow channel with like no water on either side, so it's really difficult. And there's a current through here. So we found out that one of the mooring lines that we leave on the bow when we know we're going to pick up a ball had worked its way, the end worked its way down through the webbing in the trampoline, worked its way all the way to the back, and I'm 100% certain it is wrapped around the prop. So now we're going in to fix it. While we're down here, I thought I'd show you some underwater things. This is what the underside of a mooring ball looks like. That chain is connected to a 2-ton block of concrete or a screw that's buried in the sand. We tie up to it and use it as our anchor. This shows you how shallow the water really is. Jeff decided to clean the muck off of our underwater lights. These are our Max Prop feathering props. We thought it would be interesting to show you how they work. They don't actually fold. When not in use, they feather, so the blades lie linear with the water flowing past them. This drastically helps to reduce drag under sail, and that allows us to sail much faster. Jeff just started the engine, and here the props engage. And this is where the force of the water actually blew me away from the ladder. Here's the feathering process in slow motion.
Okay, so we just fixed the props, and I'm thinking, I have the greatest life ever.
This has been a really crazy day. You know, I was going to start drinking for 2 days.
Yeah.
Not after today. Today calls for alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
More than one. What are you going to make me?
Panty dropper rum.
Okay. Oh, crazy, crazy day.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of lessons today, didn't we?
We did.
I learned how to become a diesel mechanic today.
I know. And we fixed the same engine twice. We fixed the same engine twice in one day for complete unrelated.
2 times in one day.
Completely unrelated problems.
Hey, but you know what? We learned so much today. We didn't film any of it this morning. The port engine wouldn't start. We had absolutely no idea why. Yesterday I spent some time cleaning some rust off of some of the bolts in the engine, and I kind of cleaned the floor of the engine, and so there wasn't anything that I did that should have caused the engine to not start. And we were on the phone with everybody we knew, trying to look on all the forums. Everybody's trying to tell us what to do, and it turned out it was just a crimp on an electrical wire coming out of the starter had failed, and the wire had fallen off. That's all it was. So now we know other things to look for.
Right. We learned more stuff today.
And then the whole incidents with the mooring line getting caught in the prop. It was just,
Good day today.
well, relatively speaking.
Yeah. Could be worse. We could be in
No
the office.
damage. We didn't do any damage.
It could be worse. We could be in the office.
That's true. And we're here in Warderick Wells.
Right.
So. Yesterday we had a really challenging day with our portside engine. It wouldn't start in the morning, and we didn't know why. I am not a diesel mechanic by any means. I took one 2-day diesel mechanics class at Cruisers University a 1.5 years ago, and while I did learn a few things, you know, if you don't exercise that education and that knowledge, then you forget it. So, of course, I forgot it. Today, we haven't gone anywhere yet, and we have a good handle of what happened, so I kind of wanted to just show you. Welcome to our engine room. This bar you see right here is our rudder bar, and it attaches our two rudders together. It's our rudder post right there. So every time you move the wheel, this bar moves. And I don't know if you can see in through there, but put a flashlight on it. But it goes all the way down to the other engine room where the other rudder is. So it makes getting in here a little bit difficult sometimes. But anyway, so I was down in here a few days ago cleaning because it was pretty gross. It was filthy. The floor was gross. And my friend Andy from SV Aliluki cleans his engine room once a month, and I thought, I'm gonna do that. I gotta clean my engine room. So I was in here, and I'm putting some anti-rust stuff on things like this, and trying to clean some rust off of the nuts. And one of the things that typically happens when you're trying to get over here to the other side is you lean on this stop button and pop it the wrong direction so it stops and the engine won't turn on. And that's of course the first thing we looked for, was to see if that was in the wrong place. And it wasn't, it was fine. So you start checking things like, is there voltage in the battery, right? Are the connections any good? And I learned how to jump start the battery, which we showed you in a video a while ago. The voltage readout on the engine up at the helm station said that it was fine, but we decided we're going to try to jump start it anyway. Maybe it's wrong. That didn't work. And we took our fluke meter, we tested the battery, and it read fine. And we really didn't know what else to do. And of course, we didn't have good internet. And I called my friend Alex Pesaritas from work. He's a mechanical engineer, an electrical engineer, and he knows all things engines. And he said, check the starter, which is right there, this right here. And a couple of years ago, when we first got the boat, the starter wouldn't kick over, and apparently the solenoid sometimes gets stuck. And if you smack it with a winch handle or a big hammer, it seems to release things. So Jeff always wanted to do that. He always wanted to smack it with a hammer and have it start working. So he smacked it, and it didn't start working. And my friend Alex kept saying, check the connections, check the connections. There's power going, so something else is wrong. There are wires. So, of course, there's no video on what we were doing, so he was trying to talk me through it. And I tested the voltage here on this wire, which was fine. And there was plenty of voltage coming out of the starter. And he said there's a small wire, real skinny wire, just check to see if it's connected. And I couldn't tell what he was talking about because I saw this one and I saw this one. I'm like, what is he talking about? This yellow crimp right here was kind of off to the side a little bit, but because it's dark, I couldn't tell that this wasn't really connected to anything. It looked like it was connected. And when I got in there and started looking around, I noticed that it had come off of the little terminal that's sitting right there. And lo and behold, that was the entire problem. So we reconnected that, and voila, engine started. So we learned a lot yesterday. I know of a few things that we can look at if the engine doesn't start.
That's an amazing grouper. And when we go spearfish here, I can never find them. But here, there's plenty of them when you can't get them. The spot end up.
safe.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
How many bandages do we have on the boat?
We have some.
Okay, we have enough.
Wrap it up.
But then his head's gonna be exposed.
I can't even see you. It's so dark in there.
Is it really fun down there?
Oh, it's a lot.
It looks like a lot of fun. Ready?
Let's go.
Go!
I forgot how to like dolphin dive.
Porpoise.
Porpoise. Whew.
Was that fun?
It is fun.
We finished our day with a bocce ball tournament at Cruiser's Happy Hour.
Still good. Oh, yeah. Great.
This is a wide open game.
Yeah. Get it, Eric? Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Go.
Yellow and
That was a good landing spot, Monica.
Look at that block the yellow at least.
Let's have it.
It was a
All right, let's hear about your bocce ball.
So talk about your bocce ball experience.
brutal bocce ball game, but we came through thanks to Monica.
Monica did kick some serious bocce ball ass at the end.
And thanks to Heidi's terrible throw at the end.
Oh,
Definitely.
She's a good move to the front. Steve,
Play.
yeah, but we won. So at this point, I only lost one bocce ball game in my entire life.
and you've played 3.
Irrelevant.
Yes, you're
Bocce ball game I lost.
you're right. You're right. Andre was undefeated yesterday. That was the only game. Undefeated. Played 1 game. All right.
So it was a rough one, but we pulled it out.
Yep. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Team Christmas.
Look, here's the thing.
And we wore a uniform.
Oh, you
That's why we
did.
won. Yeah.
Nice picture of her.
We can do that.
I've totally done that. You know, I've looked through binoculars and taken the camera with the, you're kind of, yeah, you were kind of in the way.
You got our boat in it?
Yes.
When therapy